going on, guys? My name is Nadeem, and today I know it's scary, full face cam, but don't worry, it's not going to be like this. But this video is going to be talking about how we got to where we are at Bounty Rush. Now, the history of Bounty Rush is actually a very weird one for gacha games. It's one of those games that came out simultaneously on JP and Global, and it was so confusing to the point where when it relaunched, a lot of us thought that JP and Global were the same game. Like, I thought that the only reason the game kept going was because of the Japanese audience that were funding these. Because like not many global players existed. The YouTube subs for all of us, like I got to 100 subs. Shinx had less than 100 subs. Like all the people that started with Bounty Rush, we had no subs for a long time, and it was very weird. But even before then, the game before launched. It was a completely different game. It was so different, and we're gonna take a look at that right now. All right, guys. So this is what the game used to look like, and it's crazy. It's crazy how different the game was. First of all, look at how bad the character models were. They were really, really, really bad, right? The layout was so different. Not only was the layout different, battle doesn't lead you to PvP. This game was a PvE game. There was a PvP mode, but it was really meh. Like the PvE wasn't there. It was a bit like what we have now. And yeah, so we're gonna go through these things. As you can see, leveling up your characters didn't depend on their levels, but you just maxed out their stats. So yeah, this was your profile. That's it. You had your picture, you choose the character, your name, your rank, your grade, and I don't even know what the grade meant. Maybe it depends on your characters. You had a comment. That's it. You had bounty coins and you had your diamonds above. The game was so different. This was the menu station. There was like news, gifts. It was weird. um, and then I want to show you guys how completely different this game used to be. This was the equivalent of medals now. It was the galley, and you leveled up your foods, and it wasn't character dependent. This was for everyone. So it was a system where the one who played the most just wins, because at level 4, like it just takes time. It's like kind of if you played Clash of Clans, same thing, you know, you just have a cook, you can buy more cooks with diamonds, and there was a limit to obviously how many you can buy, and you just level up depending on what stats you want. It was very weird, very different. You can see it finish the smoothie here, and you grind PvE, and you could level up your characters with this. This was the tutorial they had, and it was just a different system, like very different. So I do it here. I could add a cook for 30 diamonds, but I decided not to. I think that you start with 2 cooks, I think, but I'm not sure. Maybe I bought 2, maybe I didn't. But yeah, you just click that, level up, start cooking with the materials you get. Like it's this purple thing you got from playing Quest, and you just go. These were the materials of the game. The game was, it looked so bad. Look how bad Luffy looked. Like it wasn't, when I saw it, it wasn't too bad for a 3D game, but compared to what we have now, like look at this. Look at this Zoro versus this Luffy. Like you can't compare. Look at Shanks versus the Shanks I showed before. That's what Sanji looked like. This was the character screen menu. You leveled up your characters here. They had ability, skill, trait 1, trait 2. Here were their tags. The game was so different. It was crazy. These were my characters I didn't summon, so yeah, I had the, like their portraits were so old. Like look at this Shanks versus this Shanks. Look how much nicer the game became. So it was worth the wait. We waited 9 months for this, guys. 9 fucking months. It was, some of us even started to think that the game might not come out. If you're in the Bounty Rush Discord, if you want to know who was active during this time and during the break, well, we have the Laboon role, and the people with the Laboon role were here during the time this game was out and during the break while waiting for the game to re-release. And you had to see there's so many. We kept waiting month after month because we knew other games had long maintenances, but they didn't last that long. Active effects, that was from the food thing. It was very cool, or very different. You had swordsman. It wasn't attacker defender. That it was as a fighter, swordsman, shooter, and something else. You had cost. Your level was based on these. You had 50 of these, and it depended on that. That's how you do it. You take your weapons and you level up. the stats you want with the material if you have it, and you play the PvE to get it. It was very, very, very different. Um, do I show some gameplay? Oh, there was a cola system. Yeah, the cola system came from here actually. Some people see that this was the first scout. It was so funny. These were the quests. That's it. Those were the only quests in the whole game. We have more quests right now than in that PvE game. This was the banner. Look how it was. Like this was the featured banner. It was different. It was different. These were the best characters. Mihawk, Arlong. This was the cola system. You could get that Kaya. That was really cool. It was almost impossible to get really, but yeah, it was nice. The Kaya, look at if you know what Kaya looks like. She was the only healer in the game, so people were assuming she'd be good. But look at how different she looks compared to the thing now. Yeah, so she was a supporter, which is a class we don't have anymore. The game was really different. Like I want to show you guys the model so you can compare to when you go back to look at this Arlong compared to what we have in the game now. Look at the Mihawk. They're so different. Arlong and Kuro, sorry, Don Krieg and Kuro were actual 4 stars. They were like banner characters. And the thing is, guys, that's something I miss that the game did. Now, it makes sense they didn't follow that system because it's not going to generate them much money. But they actually had a logical quest, right? The free Luffy was the normal Luffy at the start of the anime. The first banner Luffy was the 30 million bounty Luffy with East Blue characters, and the people were thinking, we got the 30 million berry, then we'll get the 100 million berry Luffy, maybe with Alabasta and shit like that. So the game was so different. Now let's look at some gameplay. Let's go sort by old in my channel. I want to show other people's channels because they might get mad. So yeah, let's go. Let's look at the PvE. Let's look at Alabasta. Here I make a discussion on the future of the game. Here I make a long-term maintenance video explaining it. Here a few months later we got an announcement that the game might relaunch in the winter. And it was harsh. It was so harsh. The wait was so harsh. But we came back in the Return of Bounty Rush here. So yeah, we have here I make a strongest video comparing all the characters. Very fun. My commentary was very, very bad back then, but I mean, it's not better today, but whatever. So as you can see, my things have been leveled up since my beginner's guide. Still use only Shanks and Luffy, did not summon. I've been saving my diamonds. And we're gonna go ahead, play some Don Krieg. This is what you could get from playing. And this was the game, guys. This is what the game looked like. The game you guys played today looked like this. It's crazy to think that this is what we were playing. The controls were so bad. The camera, you know how you move the camera like that? The camera actually was here. That was the camera function. Oh my god, it wasn't nice. It was hard to control. It wasn't smooth, as you could see. It feels very heavy. The characters don't feel as smooth as they do now. At the time, I thought this game looked kind of cool, but compared to what the game we have now, it's definitely not cool. So yeah, this was a boss fight. This was the last boss fight of the game. With Shanks, he was at low HP. He dealt more damage, so I just dodge his skill. Then we do that. Then I press dodge, and then use his skill. And you actually want to take hits with the Shanks because I wanted to get low because you deal much more damage much faster. So yeah, you definitely want to stay low with Shanks. Take the hits and you'll deal more damage. I definitely wasn't the best at this game. Some players maxed out everything in the short time we had. But yeah, this was the hardest content we had. Now I know PvE isn't hard in this game, but the game we have now is made for PvP, not PvE. So yeah, I had this, like, as you could see, I was leveling up my materials. I had more effects from my characters. It was definitely really cool. We didn't get much as free to play unless you summon, but I was saving up. So yeah, let's look at the PvP now. PvP was completely different. Damn, 1 like, holy shit, poggers did. So as you can see, this is the loading screen. You're waiting for other players to show up. I'm using my Shanks and my Luffy, and everyone starts at level 1. Everyone. It doesn't matter, you start at level 1, and to level up your characters, what you actually had to do was break shit, and when you broke shit, you got stats. And so here, as you can see, look at the map. It was so different. Look at the characters. It looked like a PS1, PS2 game. Like, as you can see, shooters, they had the cool thing for shooters. While they weren't the best characters, they could use this cannon bolt in the map and use it to shoot things. So as you can see, I'm just here. I'm just at the beginning of the spawn, farming things, leveling up my stats here. As you can see, HP, attack, defense. My level's 7 right now. So everyone starts at level 1. And you basically just farm material at the beginning of the game and see what you could get. I'm just here again, just farming material, breaking things I can break. And yeah, level 18. No reason to go now. Every time you kill someone, you steal all their coins. And the way you won was actually by getting coins. Every time you killed someone, you stole their coins. Kind of like Brawl 8 now, the one they have now with their points. And it was so much fun to play this because no one knew that you could like just farm things in spawn. So when I just went and one shot everyone, as you could see, people would disconnect all the time. It became a 3v3. There were bosses that appeared in PvP that were actual AI. Like this Bon Clay here, he wasn't a player. In fact, I don't think Bon Clay was even summonable. Maybe he was, but I don't think he was. Um, the thing is, you could also kill these characters that didn't move, but you actually had bosses. So I was just farming, trying to get to level 50, and I saw that I was close, so I said, why not? Kill this royal army. As you can see, the controls were very stiff, very hard to hit. Getting close. And yeah, as you can see, that's another player. He actually did farm, he got to 32, but he just had no chance against me. That was level 47. So it just came around, you just fight people. Avoid the middle because the bosses were actually really tough. So you just avoid the middle. And like I have 150 coins right now. So I'm not scared of dying because I'm spawn killing them. They can't kill me because they can't farm enough material fast enough. But if I wanted to be safe, if I wanted to be safe, I could go back to my spawn and put back my coins there. So that this game was very different. These poor guys, unfortunately, even if they hit me, they had no chance because they were level 5. I just was gonna kill them before they even get to level 15, so they had no chance of at winning this game. And I was just there, as you can see, coin farming them. And yeah, every time you die, you swap to your other character, and that's it. So that was an actual boss. As you can see, it takes so much time to kill them. This guy was lagging out, so I could deal damage. Bon Clay was gonna show up. I think even Crocodile ends up appearing. Yeah, that tornado in the back, that's Crocodile. It's definitely different. And so yeah, when you compare the game to what we have today, that's so much different. Like this game is so much nicer. But even then, today's game is much different than the one we had before. As you can see, first of all, we have the solo. Solo wasn't here. I think it was just called Battle. And now Battle is part of Solo. We didn't have Alliance. We didn't have special training. We didn't have the rankings. And the game was very different. And mainly the difference was here, obviously, when we go to the scouts. But here, let's go. This is a beginner guide. So I go through the whole game. And obviously, the game was a slow work in progress. You know, we're almost at the first year anniversary. And that's why I choose to make this video right now. But look at the menu. It's so different. It's so much smaller. There was less space for everything. Um, Here, I was showing the deals. Going through the menu. Going through the missions. Yeah, look at the character screen. That was my team. It was so funny. No one had 6 stars, no one had 5 stars. The game was such a different game. I leveled up Robin a bit because I really wanted to play as Robin, but you know, it's very different than the old game. I can't do that. And so yeah. I know, oh my god, that was so bad. I want to show the character menu. Look at the medals I had. I didn't know how to what anything about medals back then, so I'm just making Shanks and Robin medals because I wanted to use Robin. I had also some crocodile medals. I didn't know what was good. I just put in shit. I want to see the home screen. Yeah, like look at this. This is what the game looked like. When you go to your character screen, look how many characters. It feels so empty. Feels so dead. Let's see if I show my party somewhere. Um, let's see if I do that. I probably should, right? That's me showing you leveling up a character. It's so much different. Like the game's gone through a lot. Like just here, let's go look at this. Look how many more characters show up, right? Like it's so much more than what used to show up before. Like the menu looks much nicer, much cleaner. Um, and so yeah, that's that. You guys get the point. The game went through a lot of changes. The game used to look much worse. Like look at this, very little spacing in between, very much spacing between characters. There's not much to do. And look at my box. It's so sad. um, but that was the game, right? It went through a lot. I'm glad I stuck to it. I've been doing videos since the game came out, the original version when it came back. I've been doing videos for a long time on this game. I know I'm not consistent. I don't do many videos, but I upload at least once, twice, 3 times per week, depending on how busy I am. And yeah, that's that. I just wanted to go down memory lane and see the changes. And I know a lot of people probably didn't know the game was like that. Also, look at this fucked up hairstyle, Jesus. And I'm gonna look back at this video and say, look at my fucked up hairstyle now. And so yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy to think this game has gone through so much. So yeah, guys. That being said, hope you guys enjoyed. This was very, very, very nostalgic. It's been a long time since that game came out, and yeah, hope you enjoyed. And peace.